Hello and welcome back. My name is Shari. I have been teaching yoga for almost 10 years and I have been practicing for almost 20 years, and I still find my yoga practice inspiring and joyful, and a place where I find so much gratitude and peace. And this sequence that we're about to do together is an expression of all of that. The sequence actually came to me while I was falling asleep a couple of nights ago. I had to pop my eyes open and take some quick notes, and it really feels so free and energetic, but also grounding at the same time. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do, and let's get started. You always want to start with a grounding pose, so we're going to begin in child's pose. Take your toes together, your knees out as wide as you're comfortable. Start to sink your booty back to your heels, and you can either walk hands all the way out or come down onto your forearms if that's better for you. And typically your forehead would go to the ground, but sometimes that doesn't work, so fine if it doesn't. You can also bring forehead or one cheek to the earth. Let's take a couple breaths here. Perfect. We're going to start to walk our hands over to one side, looking for a long stretch on the side of our body. Your forehead can be on the ground if that feels okay, or just looking forward to keep your neck long. And let's go ahead, other side. This time I've got my right hand on top so that I can get a good stretch on the right side of my body. Really start to drop into your breath here. And then come back through center. Take another breath or two here. Start to feel into your body. Feel into the breath and how the breath shapes the body. And then let's begin to make our way up to tabletop, hands and knees. Just for a moment, we're going to stretch our wrists while we're here. You can turn one hand back, palm to the earth, fingertips come towards you, or maybe you do both. And then let's go ahead, other way. Top of the hand to the mat, fingertips come back towards you. You can do this one at a time or two at a time. Doing a little wrist stretch before you move into your practice is just going to help make sure that we don't injure ourselves in all of the chaturangas or down dogs. All right, let's go ahead. Plant the hands, walk the hands forward, fingers spreading wide. Come into either a full plank or plank on your knees. Gaze forward. Exhale, point the elbows straight back as we lower the upper body to the ground. Beautiful. We're going to take 3 baby back bends here. A couple of options. You can press into the hands and lift the heart for a low cobra, or if it feels better, come onto your forearms. This is Sphinx pose. Wherever you are, tops of the feet are flat, toes are straight. Perfect. Go ahead, lower down. 2 more. Inhaling, lifting the heart. Maybe press into your hands a little bit. Relax your booty muscles. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, finding your back bend, breathing. And then let's all place the hands down underneath our shoulders. Press into your hands, lift those hips, sink the hips back. Let's find the child's pose one more time here. And this time, see if you can bring your hands down alongside your feet and roll your shoulders forward. And really relax the low back as you roll those shoulders down around your ears. Begin to make our way into our first downward facing dog. Sweep those hands out in front of you, spread fingers wide. We're going to curl the toes under and just sink the hips back for a second. Stretch out the toes, another great way to prep yourself for downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, press into your hands, pick the booty up, send it back. You start to straighten your arms, and then you can reach those heels down to the ground one at a time. You may or may not want to straighten your legs, whatever feels good. But no matter what, lift your tailbone up high and relax your shoulders and relax your head and your neck. You can nod a yes or no a few times. Really press down and ground through your hands and your feet, but find lift through your belly and your booty. Awesome. We're going to drop our weight into our left foot, and we're going to lift the right foot up, bend into the knee, and we're just going to drop the heel over and open up into the hip here. Just getting a bit of a groin stretch. You can circle the foot and ankle a couple times, and then other side. Drop one foot down, reach the other one up. And release. You can come through your knees. We're going to step this right foot out in front of us. Sink the hips forward into your low lunge just for a breath so we can get comfortable lifting the heart, straightening the spine. And then let's make our way into our half splits to stretch our hammies. Start to straighten your front leg, and you can wriggle your heel forward. Tiny little bend in that knee to protect your knee. And then you can be up on blocks here or fingertips, just looking forward, reaching the heart and the nose towards the toes without collapsing or rolling into the spine. This whole practice is about grounding down through the lower body, about lifting up through the upper body. Big breaths. One more big inhale. Exhale. Go ahead. Bend back into that front knee. From here, we're going to bring hands up onto the knee and then start to press into your knee and lift up through your pelvis. We're looking to stack our hip bones over our knee and then press into your front foot. You want your knee over your ankle and then press into your back shin. And the minute you start to press into that back shin, you're going to find a lot of length and opening right here in the hip flexor, psoas muscle. This feels so nice if you've been sitting a lot or kind of sedentary. Even if you've been walking too much or standing too much, this will help too. Strengthen your lower belly muscles to support your low back. And then maybe you want to add on here, if you feel super stable, you can start to sweep one arm up and then the other one. Perfect. Bend into your elbows, find cactus or goalpost arms, and then very slowly start to drag your gaze up, up, up. And then you'll find you start to gently find an upper back bend here. Keep your chin tucked, pressing through the lower body, lifting and rising up through the abdominals and the chest. Relax your jaw and your tongue. One more big inhale. From here, you're going to bring your hands down around that front foot, plant your left hand, sink your hips forward, and then inhale, circle the right arm up to the sky. You can lean back a little bit if that feels good. Open up the chest and the heart, and you can turn your head to look up, or maybe straight, or even down if that's more comfortable on your neck. Let the pelvis be heavy here, and let your heart be light. One more big inhale. Exhale, release the hand down. Slide that back foot back, come to plank or plank on your knees. Big inhale. Exhale, lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, curl toes under, downward facing dog. Modify this however you need to so it feels good. Bend your knees a lot. Maybe you need to walk hands forward to give yourself more space. This is a resting pose, so make it comfortable. Couple breaths. Beautiful. Release the knees down to the ground. Other side. Left foot steps forward. Sink your hips forward just for a minute in that low lunge so you can lengthen through your spine. Find your balance here. And then start to walk your hand up the knee, press into your front foot, and lift up through your pelvis, and then press down through your back shin. Keep your gaze on the floor out in front of you. This will help your balance a lot. And then find your breath here. Start to feel your low body sink and settle down into the ground. And then start to engage your core to lift and lengthen through your heart. And then you can start to drag your gaze up once you find your balance. And then we're going to add on, inhaling, arms come up and overhead. But this time, exhale, interlace your fingers, and then bring your palms to the base of your head. Make a little basket for your head. And then as you drag your gaze up, lean back and relax your head into that little basket. Press firmly into your back shin. And on an exhale, release. Bring your hands down around that front foot. Walk that back knee back a little bit so you're in your low lunge. Right hand plants. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and back. Gorgeous. Finding a twist here. Really focus on rolling your chest up towards the ceiling. Nice and heavy in your low body. Exhale, releasing that hand down, sliding that butt back, and then let's make our way into our plank. Exhale to lower chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend. And exhale, last downward facing dog. Let's take a cleansing breath here. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth side out. One more. Perfect. Start to bend into your knees. Walk your hands back and then drop your booty down towards your heels for a modified yogi squat. You want to place your hands flat on the earth, and then as you drop your weight into your heels, send your knees wide apart, and you can even use your elbows to gently press those knees wide apart for a big groin stretch. Gaze forward. This will help your balance here as well. And then exhale, slowly sit on back. Perfect. We're going to come to our butterfly stretch for our hip opener. So bring the soles of the feet together. You can draw the heels in towards your body. Knees are nice and wide. Rock side to side until you find your sitting bones. And then stack your spine on top of those sitting bones. Inhale, lift and lengthen through your heart. Exhale, fold from your hip creases. Some people press their knees down. You can do that, but you can also just bring your elbows outside your knees and instead focus on lengthening your spine and finding a deeper fold to get into your hips. Big breaths here. On an inhale, come on up. Make your way to a comfy seat. Maybe that's right where you were. Maybe you can crisscross those ankles. And then stack your spine, bringing your hands to your knees, either palms up or down. Let's close the eyes here for a couple of breaths. There is a place of peace inside all of us. Yoga is one way, one pathway to this place of peace. You can also find it on a walk, doing art and meditation, swimming. But this is just another way to allow us to slow down, check in, reconnect. Please bring your palms together in front of your heart. Thank yourself for practicing today and doing something kind for your body and your mind and your spirit. I'm so grateful you decided to join me. Namaste. I will see you guys next time. Bye.